Welcome, hello, and welcome to Additional Intelligence Live. Happy to have you, everybody, join us. Basically, my name is Okwemi Adesina, and I'm happy to be your host on today's Additional Intelligence again. If you joined last week's session, I believe so much that you learned a lot. I believe so much. In fact, you can't convince me otherwise because just from that last week's session, I know how many excerpts you've been able to get out of it and how many people have reached out, from those cutouts. So today it is more like a foundation for the new year, right? This is the last additional intelligence live for this year. So the next time you see me would be in the year 2024, which means that I really, really need you to pay attention, and not just pay attention. I need you to share this link with as many people as possible, right? Today we are talking about redefining investing for Nigerians, how to build wealth in tough times or in tough economy, right? And why I chose this topic, it's a careful decision, right? It wasn't just impulse. It's because if you can read the handwriting on the wall, you would see what the year 2024 is going to be like economically, right? Currency exchange rate is not going to come down. In fact, the volatility is just getting crazier by the day, right? Um, Currency devaluation is there, interest rate is there, inflation is there. It's a whole lot, and which means it will take its toll on the Nigerian economy and the Nigerian citizenry in general. So you want to do me a favor, copy the link of this video and share with as many people as possible. I strongly believe that's actually what I'm also doing right now. I strongly believe that a lot of people would be established in the right perspective, as we approach this new year. So, without further ado, let's dive right into it. How do you build wealth in tough times? How do you build wealth in tough times? Carefully take a look at that topic. Every word was carefully selected. So the word build is an intentional selection, right? And when I say redefining investing for Nigerians, that's also an intentional choice of word, right? Because one thing I've realized, and one thing that anybody who is really, really attentive will realize, is that there's this popular perspective of investing, especially, I don't want to say especially with Nigerians, but especially in emerging economies or relatively growing economies, that is not really balanced, which is what positions this kind of economy, this kind of population at a disadvantage. It positions them for exploitation, which is why it is very, very easy for politicians to buy votes. It is very, very easy for corruption to take place. It is very, very easy for crime to increase. It is very, very easy to be scammed. It is very, very easy for Ponzi scheme to thrive. You see, all these things are not coincidences. They are a result of certain establishments, certain things that are normalized, certain norms. These things are more like symptoms. If there's a symptom, that means there's a cause, right? If I'm feeling high temperature, it could be because there's a bacterial infection, a malaria infection, something like that. So that means I can't just say, oh, you're feeling temperature, just go and stay under a cold shower. No, I need to treat the cause. So if we all can have a grounded understanding, a good understanding of investment, an effective understanding of investing, economy, money, you would see that we would not just be fighting things facially, we would be, dealing with issues from the roots. There's a popular saying that says, if everybody sweep the front of their houses, we would have a clean community. It means if we really want to have, a thriving economy, it's not just for one government decision. It's not just from one economic policy. It starts from the attitude of each and every person day to day, right? There's a popular thing that I often say, that economies are not built by politicians. Economies are built by individuals. So if you're expecting a politician rather, to save this country, if you're expecting a politician to make you rich, you would you wait till their kingdom come, right? Politicians are not designed to make anybody rich, right? there's a documentary called The Men Who Built America, not the politicians who built America. Talk of Henry Ford, talk of John D. Rockefeller, talk of JP Morgan, talk of Carnegie and the likes. These are men who took each sector of the economy and stayed with it. You know, talk about railway, talk about oil, talk about power, Edison, talk about cars, talk about banking. These are individuals, right? So if we really want a change, if we really want to drive something remarkable, if we really want to scale through and build wealth in this tough time, regardless of how it is, then we need to take responsibility as individuals, which is the essence of what I'm about to share this evening. How we all can take responsibility, right? I'll be sharing with us some basic fundamental principle that if you can abide by it, if you can embody it, you will not even have time to blame anybody. You will not even have time to blame any bank, to blame any government rather, right? Because you yourself know what to do. You know what to employ. You know which route to take, you know, regardless of the economic instability. There's a statement Warren Buffett would often say, which I strongly hold so dearly, is that a good investor's mood is not a good investor's mood is not dependent on the economic direction. Is the economy doing well? The person's attitude remains the same. The economy is going in other ways, the person's attitude remains the same. Because whether the economy is going up or is coming down, it yields, you know, depends on what you can do, right? Depends on what you can really get out of it, out of the economy. It's dependent on you, not dependent on. I said something a lot, that focus on what you can control, not on what you cannot control, right? So I need you to pay attention to me, and if you've not invited anybody, now is the time to do so. I need to pay attention very carefully as we'll be unraveling these factors, these principles, for us to really have, you know, a productive year ahead. All right, this will be a very good foundation for 2024. I can assure you that. So when it comes to redefining investment, let's first take a look at certain things when it comes to investment that a lot of people believe, a lot of people look at that is wrong, right? What are the things that you might be paying attention to that is actually wrong? The first thing, right, that I'll be sharing with us this evening is that a lot of people pay attention to where to put money into instead of who am I. This is very fundamental. This is the foundation. You see, building wealth, becoming successful is not first a function of where do I put money, and which is what a lot of people think investing is. Oh, what can I put money into? What can I put money into? What can I put money into? That is not where it starts from. It starts from who am I? I was telling someone today, I said, someone reached out to me and he said, Adesina, I want to invest in a business. What business do you have at hand that you know that I can put ₦1 million into, or is it ₦1 million or ₦3 million into, that you know would give me good returns and I'll be able to make a lot of money from it? And I asked the person, I said, do you want me to be completely honest with you? He said yes. I said, the fact that you are asking me what to put money into is a sign that you have a knowledge gap. It's the bitter truth. The fact that you don't know what to put your money into, it's a knowledge gap. It's a knowledge gap. If you cannot study the economy, you cannot study your community, you cannot look around you and know what to put money into that will yield profitably for you, it means there's something you do not know. It's a function of who am I? Can I see opportunities? Can I recognize opportunities? Can I see? You know, if you cannot see, it's a function of knowledge gap. The same economy that you are complaining of rather, people are making profit from it. People are making a lot of money from it. In fact, take a look at every economic downtime in history. Go to decades, centuries ago. It is the new generation of millionaires, billionaires always emerge from the worst economic period. Go and study history. The time when Carnegie brought about railway and steel and all those things, it was just after the Great Depression. Just after the Great Depression. So am I saying this economic downtime, it's another opportunity for people to build wealth, for people to emerge. And if you categorize yourself with the masses. These politicians are wicked, these people are corrupt, this thing is happening. You would never be able to see the opportunities. All you would see is that some people are unfair to you. And we are getting there shortly. So the first thing is not first. Investing is not first. Where do I put my money into? Investing is first. Who am I? What do I know? That's why fundamentally investing in yourself is the most important thing. Invest in yourself such that whatever money you have, you know what to put it into. You know what to put it into. You don't need to ask anybody. The fact that you are asking someone what do I put my money into is a sign that there's something you don't know. Even as a real estate investor, you should come to me that based on what I know about real estate and having studied you, I see that you are going in the right direction. So take my money, let me invest with you. Not, I don't know what to put my money into. Should I put my money with you? No. Now, it is easy for you to put your money with me and make profit. But that is the same way you give someone who will scam you your money. These things are fundamental. So don't stop looking for what to put money into. The fact that you don't know means something is lacking. There's something you don't know. And then the second perspective about investing that we need to adjust is people looking for strategies. I'm sure a lot of people would say, what's making money now? Show us the way now. Mayokun even said, what is making money plus interest? People are looking for, what's the new thing? And this is why people keep getting scammed. People keep getting scammed. You see, everybody now is looking for a course. How to become a millionaire in 30 days. How to come and buy this new course that will make you a millionaire in 30 days. Come and do this, come and do this, come and put your money here. This is the new thing. Everybody's looking for forecast. Everybody's looking for prophecy. You need to understand that succeeding as an investor, making profitable investment, is first a function of principle, not strategy. It's a function of what guides me. I made a post on TikTok and someone says, how would you expect me to earn and maintain make sure my expenses is constant? How would you expect my income to increase and I don't spend on myself? What if I die? What if something? And I told the person, I said, I'm not asking you to spend your money anyway. I'm only giving you my own opinion. It's your money. You can spend it anyhow you like. But there's something called delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. Let me ask you a question. How many people can intentionally take a retrogressed step in their standard of living just because they want to build a better future? I mean, you are earning great income. Probably you even got a new source of income. You are living in a 3-bedroom apartment. You are paying your rent comfortably. You drive a good car. Probably your wife also has a car. But because of the kind of future you want to paint for yourself, it requires a certain amount of investment. And because you want to achieve that thing, you can say, my dear, let's go to a 1-room apartment. Let's sell one of your cars. Let's step back a little bit for a few years and put this money instead into something you are sure of, so that in the next 5-10 years, you would be able to make more money. Now, at that particular time, everybody may think, hey, sorry. But you know what you are building. But this whole attitude of trying to prove to people that you are not failing, you will just keep spending all you have trying to impress. Right? Why I ask that question is, if you cannot delay gratification for a while, you would get nowhere. You would get nowhere. You are making money and as it's coming, you are spending it. No. I was speaking to someone today and, it was just an honest conversation. Oh, I make this amount of money every week. The guy makes an amount of money every week that some people don't even make in a month. Yet, it does not have anything tangible, really. And I told him, I said, see, the question is not first how to increase your income. If you cannot save from a salary of 20,000 naira, you will not be able to save from a salary of 1 million naira. It is not more money that makes you financially disciplined. If you are not disciplined with small, you cannot be disciplined with plenty. That is why someone can win lottery or bet 1 billion naira, and in 2 years, the person will go broke back. It can happen. It has happened over and over again. People will win lottery and go broke. In fact, the person who has won the largest amount in lottery ever is currently a stay-home dad. No, I'm not talking down on stay-at-home dad. I'm saying He's currently living on his wife because he's broke. So it's first principles, the principle of delayed gratification, the principles of savings, the principles of living below your means, the principles of not trying to show off, the principles of budgeting, principles, the principles of not not jumping on bad wagon, the principles of not buying popular opinion, the principles of knowing whatever it is you want to invest in before you put your money into it. The principles of if it is too good to be true, it probably is. It's a principle. Someone sent me, I was trying to get someone to invest with me on a current property deal, and he said 4% annual yield. That's too small. And I told the person, yes, it is. If you have any other investment alternative that can give you low risk, you can't lose your capital. It's in a property. Worst case scenario, we'll sell the property back. Number two, would give you cash flow every year while your capital is still growing. You can go for it. You can go for it. People are not patient to build something on the long term. Principles. When it comes to investing, principles. And the last one before I go into the certain principles I would like to highlight in today's session. Many people go after money when it comes to investing, not value. How much will I get in return? If I give you 10 million now, how much do you get me back? It is good, right? Even I also say that the first due diligence you check in a property or in any investment, particularly in real estate, is not first the title, it is what's the potential. But what's the potential means, what is this thing offering to be able to get this kind of yield in return? For example, let's take MMM for example. You are putting money into something. What is that thing? What value is it offering for it to be generating this kind of return? If you invest your money in treasury bills, countries are using that money to develop their economy. If you invest your money in probably corporate bonds, companies are using that money to develop something and then they'll give you back. If you put your money into real estate, the property is providing rent house for people that want to get rental properties. So it's offering value, it's giving people accommodation. So whatever it is you are putting your money into, what value is it offering for it to be generating the kind of return you are expecting? If you check the value it's offering and you cannot quantify the kind of return it's promising, that's a sign that it's too good to be true. And if it is too good to be true, it probably is. It probably is. Don't be deceived. It probably is. Now, that leads me to principles to adopt, to embody, if you want to build wealth in tough economy or in a tough time. Now, let me lay this disclaimer. I said build for a reason. Meaning that even in the tough economy, you might still be looking as if everything is not going well for you. You are building. So this session is not how to ball in a tough economy. This session is not how to be better than everybody else in a tough economy. You can be making more money than an average person in a tough time, but still, it looks as if you are still on the same level with everybody. This is not how to be better. This is not how to get rich fast in a tough economy. This is how to build. How to build. You see, when you have this perspective that you are building something that whether it's a tough economy, it's a good economy, you are okay. That is really when you are really doing something right. Because this idea of just trying to prove, just trying to live, just trying to be comfortable. No, in fact, what's his name? Steve Harvey said you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It doesn't mean you want to be poor, be broke. It means you are building for something. One mistake a lot of young people are doing now, especially with the advent of social media, right? There are people that would get rich, stinkingly rich in their 20s. Fine. But how many percentage of the 20-year-olds will actually get that amount of wealth in their 20s? But now every 20-year-old wants to buy a Benz. Every 20-year-old wants to post on Instagram that they just launched their house in Lekki. Every 20-year-old now wants to blow. Every 20-year-old now wants to wear designers. No, 20s. You can even have the money, yet you don't have those things. You don't have to. It's a building phase.
You can have the money to buy a house and put it in a business. You can have the money to buy the latest car and put it in a property. You can have the money to buy luxury items and put it in things that would compound, would yield more for you over the years. Is that saying don't enjoy your life? No. It means, see, this is dependent on what you want out of life. It's not a principle that it's a must. You ask yourself. Some people just want, have you ever heard people that you would ask them, how rich do you want to be? I just want to be comfortable. I just want to have a 3-bedroom apartment, a car, open a shop for my wife, have a stable job. I'm okay. I don't want too much. But there are people who want to put 1,000 widows on salaries every month. There are people who want to put 1,000 orphanages on salaries every month. There are people who want to do things, who want to impact the world, who want to build things that generations to come would thank, would thank them for creating. But there are people who just want to be comfortable. So it depends on what you want out of life that would determine how you can embody this principle. How you can embody this, how long you would endure building, how long you endure laying the bricks. Do you know that if I'm trying to build a 16-room mansion and I'm trying to build a 3-bedroom apartment, you would finish faster and my own will still be looking like, what is this? People will still not know what it is. But we are building 2 different things. So we might be investing together and someone is already living the life, traveling around the world, while I still don't have a car. It doesn't mean that I'm less of that person. It means I'm still building. I might be building something way more than where the person might just want to build probably 1 million naira income every month and the person is okay. I might want to build 10 million naira income every month before I'm satisfied. So it depends. The first thing I'm going to share with you, how to build wealth in a tough economy. The first thing is you need to understand that some people direct the economy. Some people direct the economy. There is nothing that happens by chance. You must first understand. Whatever it is you are seeing, some people are behind the scene directing it. What made fuel go up? The president announced the removal of fuel subsidy. Someone directed the move. What brought about this currency volatility and exchange rate issues? Someone decided. A policy was brought up. What brought about? See, you need to first get that thing. That, okay, this thing is not coincidence. This thing is not by chance. Some people are directing this thing. You need to first understand that. Now, these people that are directing it, now this is now a perspective you need to understand. That regardless of how this thing goes, regardless of the direction of this economy, some people are still on the benefiting side. It must be an established truth that regardless of the direction of the interest rate, of currency devaluation, you see, this is not just some positive affirmation or positive that this is fact. This is you knowing that regardless of the direction of this thing, first, some people are in charge. Secondly, these people that are in charge and the way they are directing, some people are on the beneficiary side of the direction of this economy. Some people are there. Now, what that now does to you is that you now want to choose which side you want to be on. Do you want to be on the side of those who would analyze and curse and swear for all the people in power and lament and complain and beg on Instagram and do everything? Or you be on the side of people that will ask questions? The people that are benefiting from the direction of this economy, what are they doing right? What do they know that I don't know? This is number 1 and number 2. Firstly, you have to understand, some people are directing this economy. Number 2, some people are on the side that regardless of the direction of this economy, they are not suffering. Now, what I will now tell you is that to benefit like them, this is the third factor. To benefit like them, you must think like them, listen to them, and follow them. Many people's religious mind would not want to make them listen to what I just shared. Some people are directing the economy. That's a first truth you want to first accept. Second thing is, there are some people that the direction of this economy, regardless of how you see it, is to their benefit. Third thing is that to benefit like those people you've now established, you must think like them, you must listen to them, you must follow them. You must think like them. See, whatever result someone is getting, it's a function of a thought process. This year, I've done over $1 million in real estate. I know people who have been in real estate before me. I know people who were even a part of helping me do those transactions. Who, even as I was doing the transaction, even though the properties, the deals were in their custody, they did not know what to do with the property. Which is why in the last video I said, nothing in itself can make you wealthy. It is what you know to do with it. To do with it. So what am I trying to say? If you don't think like these people, this person became a millionaire with this same exchange rate issue that we are both facing. What does this person know? How is this person thinking? What is this person saying? What are the banks saying? What are the governments saying? What are the top firms saying? You have to listen. You have to listen. Now, you see, if you listen to the media too much, if you don't listen, let me put it like this. If you do not listen to them with a filter in your mind, you might also get the wrong thing, because you might only be seeing the negative things they are saying. How come, with the old way that the economy is going, Dangote still launched $1 billion refinery? What is he saying? Everybody's jackpying. Dangote is putting all these huge investments in this same country. Is there something I don't know? You need to be honest. You need to ask this question. You need to listen to them. Because it is in listening to them you will know the direction of the money. And then you need to follow them. What sector of the economy is even COVID-19 favored logistics, favored pharmaceuticals, favored Zoom, favored e-learning. Economy was dying, but some sectors were still being favored, even COVID-19. So every tough economy has a sector that is on the direct receiving end. Your job is to pay attention. And you won't pay attention if you already locked your mind that Nigeria is gone. Your question is now, who has my money? And that leads me to the fourth thing. These people that have your money, you have to be valuable to them to give you access. You see, one mistake a lot of people make is that they go to people who have what they need, just trying to collect. Everybody goes to a rich man's house thinking he has everything. And that's a very, very wrong mindset. Regardless of whether you think they need what you want to give them or not, still offer something. Buy a bottle of wine. Buy their children a Barbie doll. Buy them fabrics. Just buy them anything. You don't have to buy them something expensive thinking they are rich, they won't value. No. Just buy them something. You need to be valuable to be given access. You want to know the secret to making money in a tough time? You need to be willing to offer value. The question is, you need to understand that someone is already successful. You now want to break into their cycle. Why should you be given access? In fact, this is the question you should ask yourself. Why should I not be broke? Why should you be rich? Why should you be rich? Why should you not be broke? And to answer it, how many people will suffer if you are broke? How many people will be better if you are rich? If it's just about you are better off being broke. So, which means a lot of people actually, the world is a better place because they are broke. Some people right now, the world is a better place because they are broke. Because they are broke. So if you now want, when you ask yourself this question, why should I not be broke? It's a question of who needs my value so much that for me to render this value to them in the most accurate way, no, I need to be able to have this standard of living. Some of us don't, for example, I already have people reaching out from various countries. If I'm going to those countries, it will not be to look for greener pastures. They need me. I have people from Dubai, from Georgia, from investors from Poland, from various African countries. So probably if I go there to go and host additional intelligence physical events, I'm not going there in search for greener pastures. These people need me. They've been consuming my content. Some of them have been waiting. Let me just see you. I got an invite to Kwara State few months ago, to come and speak at an event, and I could not go. I told them I could not go. The next question was, how do I is it possible for you to present virtually? I still said I can't. The next, because I was not feeling too well. The next question was, okay, can you record your session and just send us? We'll play it. This is how valuable you can be. That when you get there, they know they need you. See, when it comes to thriving in tough time, especially as you're going into a new year, you cannot be an option. It's either you are the only person in their head or you are the best person they know doing what you do. Once you are an option, you can't get their money. Once they know that, I can call this person or I call this person, you've lost the money. You must either be the only one they know or the best person they know to deliver on that thing. That's the balance. And then this is the fifth thing I'm going to share. Flexibility and being at alert. Opportunities are going to be flying from left to right. Changes are going to be happening. You need to be flexible enough to see. You need to be at alert. You need to be looking for opportunity. Let me put it like that. You can't be passive. You can't be dormant. You need to be actively looking for opportunity. You need to be hungry. I told someone, I said, this is not the time to put money in just anything that is making money. Keep cash. Keep cash. Preserve your cash. So that when you look at a deal, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Or I can still get something better. You need to be constantly looking for opportunity. See, it is, this is not, let me just quote it as it is. It is he that finds that sees. If you are not looking for opportunity, you will not see. I made a post that I said, I only acquired 20 units of properties this year. That just 2 units, 112 and 108 units. But I worked physically over 30 properties. And now this is not it. No, this is not it. Now this is not what I'm looking for. No, this is something. No, coupled with over 100 ones that I checked online. Someone said, I'll check the video. We'll do some virtual inspection. I'll say, no, this is not it. I was looking. If you don't find, you won't see. You won't see. If you don't find, you won't see. Flexibility and being at alert for opportunities. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you this is where to put your money. I'm going to give you the foundation. Principles that if you embody, it is impossible for you to remain broke. In a tough time, for people trying to build wealth, relationship is your biggest asset. Relationship is your biggest asset. See, there has never been a time, and there will never be a time, where the son of a nobody will become somebody without the help of anybody. It is impossible. Even Jesus Christ needed John the Baptist. Even Jesus Christ needed Mary to conceive him. He needed 12 disciples. So who are you? So don't just listen to some motivational talks and just be bamboozled. There has never been a time, there will never be a time where the son of a nobody will become somebody without the help of anybody. You need someone. You need people. You need access. You need relationships. You need someone to mention your name somewhere. You need someone to recommend you somewhere. You need someone to open the door for you somewhere. You need someone to give you hint on something. You need someone to introduce something to you. You need someone to tell you something. You need mentors. You need friends. You see, your network is your net worth. How rich you will be in a tough time is dependent on how rich your circle is. How rich your circle is. One question you ask every day is that the people that have my money, where are they? Where are they? Where can they be right now? The people that, that's dependent on the value you can offer. So the kind of people that you want to offer this value to pay you the kind of money you want to earn, where are they? What could they be doing right now? That question will make you start finding out, how do I position myself where they are? How do I position myself where they can see me? How do I position myself in a place I can contribute something? Because relationship is your biggest asset. Relationship. Access is your biggest asset. Warren Buffett said that when he picks interest in a company, apart from sitting down to study everything there is to study about them, he starts booking appointments with all the CEOs. In fact, he said he does not book appointment. He just finds where they are. He walks up to them, goes to their office. He said he goes in a way that they can't say no to him because he wants to hear them. Everyone he knows that is in that industry, he wants to meet them. He wants to talk to them. He wants to do something to them. He wants to listen to them. Are we still live? He wants to hear from them. The seventh thing I'm going to share. Many people go broke or remain small because they hold on to what they have. If you cannot let go, you cannot have more. It sounds like, I don't know how it sounds to you, but it's the truth. You cannot reach that 1 million naira. You cannot make 10 million naira. You pay for mentorship. You invest. Right? You need to risk. You need to also put in some risk. You see? Many people, majority don't want to risk anything. That is why they get conservative. You get greedy when others are careful. In tough time, everybody is careful. Everybody wants to sell. That is when you buy. Next year, I'm going to be buying a lot of properties. A lot. Because people will sell with panic. Take advantage of their vulnerability. Like I said, wealth is not emotional. It's not emotional. They say, come and invest. You say, no. You are trying to build responsibility with someone. Give to this person. You say, I'm still managing what I have. They say, pay for mentorship. You say, what if the person is a scam? They say, go to an event and network. You say, that transport fee, I'll use it to eat. They say, grab this opportunity. You said, am I sure? You will never be rich. You will remain small. If you cannot open your hand, you cannot get more. If you can't let go, you can't have more. It's a principle. It does not mean you should now be disbursing anyhow. No. That's why there's principle. That's why you have to look first. You have to pay attention. You have to understand whatever it is you want to put your money into. But you can't be tight-fisted. You can't be tight-fisted. Don't be too conservative. In fact, this is the time to, like I said, this is the time to be looking for opportunities like an hungry person. See, many people will think they don't get opportunity because they don't have money. They will not know that they don't have money because they are not looking for opportunities. How do I give this example now? You know how to make clothes. You will think you don't have a beautiful workspace because you don't make enough money. But actually, you don't make enough money because you don't have a beautiful workspace. You are into barbing. You think you don't have a sophisticated barbing salon because you don't have enough money. But you don't have enough money because you don't have a sophisticated salon. As far back as 2021, there's a place in Lagos I made my hair for 10,000 naira. And just last week, I still made my hair with a guy for 1,500 naira. What's the difference? Why will you price Bolly by the roadside and go to a restaurant and pay 10,000 naira for a food that is not sweet? It is not necessarily the value. It is the way they presented themselves. So many of you are complaining you don't have money. That's why you don't have this. You don't see. Take risks first. Go and open that store. Take a loan. Get a partner. Open it first. People will pay you. People will pay you. Take the risk. Jump into the river. Let me be vulnerable with you a bit. When I wanted to start real estate, I saw a video that helped me a lot. He said many people don't do their first deal because they don't have money yet. But actually, you don't have money yet because you've not got on the deal. So even with not enough capital, I started looking for properties. Even before we close the property, people are already, oh, I want to check I'll post online. I'm going to check this property. People will say, can I invest this? I say yes. They bring the money. Before I know it, I had money to finance the first deal. Don't wait for the money. No. Like I used to say, money is a reward. See, if you see money like that, you will know that money will never come first. Money will never come first. Oh, I need money to further my education. No, money will never come first. Oh, I need money to get a new equipment. Money will never come first. Never. Number 8. Don't accept fate. Don't say, you know how Nigeria is right now. Everybody is just trying to do what they can. No. That is not the language of wealth. The language of wealth is, what is the next opportunity? Desire more. What next do I do? Be on the lookout for the next big thing. What opportunities do I get? No, don't accept fate. Don't settle. Don't relax. Don't be comfortable. Don't just be there. Your business, how do I grow it? Economy is doing like this. No. Your own question is still, how do we scale? You have one salon, how do I make it 5? You have one food restaurant, how do we make it 10? You have 100 customers, how do I make them 2,000? Don't let what is happening cage you. Direct it from within. Like I told you, these are principles that you embody. And I've told you, new generation of billionaires, wealthy people emerge even in tough time. Hope you know that this whole tech, fintech, what's it called? Health tech, all these tech startups. Hope you know they started from 2020. A lot of people were at home. A lot of tech bros learning software engineering. And then they were putting it into products. They were solving problems. While a lot of people were complaining that, COVID did not allow us to do anything. Some people were using it to come up with productive stuffs. From after COVID, we started saying this person raised $1 million. This person raised $20 million. Take advantage. That's not the time. That's the time to get more hungry. That's time to get more hungry. To desire more out of life. To get more aggressive. Number 10. Learn delayed gratification. It is a time to build, not to lavish. It is a time to be uncomfortable. Even if you have enough to be comfortable, you are building. Don't be petty to want to show that you are doing better than the next person. Build. You are earning 10 million. How can I make it 100 million naira? Oh, don't let me spend this one. Let me reinvest it. You are earning 5 million. How can I make it 20 million? Oh, don't let me spend it yet. Let me reinvest it. You are making 100 million. How can I make it 1 billion? Don't let me spend it yet. Let me invest it. That is the language of delayed gratification. That is the language of wealth. That is it. It's not time to ball. It's time to keep building. It's time to keep reinvesting. Everybody thinks you're on the same page. By the time economy seems to be getting better, you're a multi-millionaire. Keep reinvesting. It's not the time to change your car. Keep reinvesting. It's not the time. See, keep reinvesting. It's principle. Delayed gratification. There are some things I don't necessarily buy the idea 100%, but if you can just try to employ it sometime, it will do you good. Some people say if you cannot buy it 3 times, don't buy it. It might not be applicable every time. Will you say if you cannot marry 3 wives, don't marry? No. But I'm saying sometimes you can apply it. If I cannot buy that car 3 times or 2 times, let me not buy it. Let me reinvest until I have the money to buy 2. Then I'll buy 1. That means I can buy it comfortably. If I cannot pay my rent with 2 months' income, let me still stay in the one I'm staying. Delayed gratification. That is, in plenty or not, your attitude is constant. You are not under pressure to impress. You are not under pressure to prove. You are just you. You are just you. 11. Controlling your emotion. Wealth is not emotional. The government, they are not making us rich. I saw a very disgusting video which day. About 30-year-old man, about 30-year-old man, they asked him, why are you poor? Why are you broke? Or why are you this thing? He said, my mommy did not raise me well. They asked him, he said, she gives me this amount of money instead of giving me this amount of money. I said myself, this better be a script that was acted. Because if I was that interviewer, probably it's police that would have settled both of us. Because you first have to like lay the person down and discipline such a person. At 30. Wealth is not emotional. It's not a time to be saying, government are this, government are that. These people are stealing money. Agreed, they are. But what can you control? What can you do? Let me just say this story. The former vice president went to a particular program and people were asking him questions. And he stood out to say, in my 8 years in power, how many of you here who has opinion to say on how bad I performed wrote a proposal on what I could have done better to my office? How many of you sent ideas and you can come out to say we sent, they didn't do it? Now, he now said, you now ask yourself, how many of you sent proposal to win a contract from my office? Everybody is looking for what to get, not what to give. Meanwhile, the way to get is to give. A guy came to me, he wants me to mentor him and all. I told him honestly, I said, I can't just come into your DM. Hello, do this. Hello, I said, even if you don't have money to pay for my mentorship, find something you can offer me that can make us work together. It is in working together with me that I will start noticing and say, improve here. Oh, do this here. Most of the things I know, it is from those things. I learned how to organize events and start on time from Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Many people know him. Well, I was working with him. He would tell you, if event is by 10 a.m., you start by 10 a.m. If it's just one person, tell them to feel. He will tell you, if it's an event in a hall and there are people came early, don't allow them. There should not be any empty seat in front of them. Get them to sit in front and start immediately. You said you start. I learned that thing from him. He was not, oh, hello, so let me give you a tips to organizing events. Firstly, you start on time. No, it is from serving. That's where you learn. I can't remember a particular thing. We had an event that I was heading for the company. He came in past the time. He came in to me. He said, the next time this thing happened, I'm going to do this. I was like, is it just because we didn't start on time or because people did not sit in front? But you see, principles are principles. Principles are principles. They are principles. Control your emotions. This is not a time to throw blames. This is not a time. If you see, one thing I often say is that if all you can see is how someone is not doing something right, and you cannot have anything tangible to contribute to helping the person do it right, keep your mouth shut. That is one of the problems of this country. We have more analysts than innovators. Everybody is analyzing problem. Everybody is talking about what they are doing wrong, but nobody is saying this is what we should do, or nobody is even saying this is what I am doing to help. Come and join me. Everybody's analyzing. They should have done this policy. They should have done this. What are you doing as an innovator? Many people are just analysts. We don't need analysts anymore. We know the problem. We need innovators. People who will lead the change. Carnegie did not say, oh, there's no brick. He built it. Edison did not say, why are we using oil? Why can't we? He built electricity. What are you building? What is better in Nigeria today because of you? What? What is not emotional? And guess what? You cannot do these things and not be rewarded. And guess what? It is in this tough time that there are abundance of opportunities. Someone said challenges are opportunities in disguise for only the few to see. The last factor I'll be sharing for today. You can do all these things I shared and still lose money. Because the journey to building wealth is not a clean slate. Financial literacy, financial intelligence, wealth is a long-term, of financial learning. You are learning from your mistakes. You are learning from someone else's mistakes. Right? I've lost money. I will still lose money. Even though the number one rule of investing is never lose money. It's never lose money. So why I said that is such that you don't do something and it doesn't go the way you planned, and then you just give up. No, you go again. You go again. Don't cry over spilled milk. You go again. You look out better. You learn more. You find better ways to do it. Find better ways to go about it. You can do everything right and still make some mistakes. You go again. You go again. You go again. You go again. For some of you here, you're asking, oh, I do this. How can I start investing? I don't know what money, what do I suggest I put money into? Right? You can just drop a comment. Or there'll be a link attached to this video where you can join our community and then you can ask all the questions. Or you can even reach out to me personally, 08120777034 on WhatsApp. 08120777034 on WhatsApp. We can talk, we can have conversations. Oh, what should I look out for? What do you think are the pointers? Oh, I've been saving. Many people will break their colo and they don't know what to do with it. The next thing is 30 December. No, that can be the foundation upon which your new year ventures will be launched. So guys, this is where we are wrapping up today, rather. The next time you see me will be not the first Monday. That will be the second one. That's the 8th of January 2024. So it's a good time to wish you a Merry Christmas in advance and a Happy New Year in advance. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to drop it in this comment section. You can join our community at bit.ly/additional circle. bit.ly/additional circle. You have an amount of money you want to invest with me on our current deal. We have 20 unit property you can join us to invest with, and you can earn as much as 6% yield annually, earn up to 250% return on investment total. You want to get on board with us, you want to learn more, send me a DM on WhatsApp 08120777034, and I'll be glad to help you make sound decisions. And I won't just tell you, put your money here. I'll first ask you some salient questions that would help you. Thank you so much, and see you in our next Adesina Intelligence Live session. Once again, my name is Adesina. Have an amazing week ahead.